Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om 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 Jnanatmirandasya
Om Jnanatmirandasya
Jnanandjana Sharakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Mukhaṁ Karoti Vakshalam Pangum Rangayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam. Who doesn't understand French? Qui ne comprend pas l'anglais?
Little English probably.
So you don't understand French?
No.
Okay. Who don't understand French? Raise your hand. You don't understand French?
No.
So raise your hand. Okay. So we'll do in English. So today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 22. Bali Maharaj surrenders his life. verse 6 and 7. Yasmin veranubandena
Yasmin Veranubandena
Vyudena vibudetaram
Vyudena Vibudetaram
Vyudena vibudetaraham
Vyudena Vibudetaram
Bhavaho lebhire siddhim
Mahaprabhu Siddhim
Yamuhe kantayoginah
Yamurikantayogina
Yasmin veranubandena
Yasmin Veranubandena
Yudena vibudetaram
Vyudena Vibudetaram
Bhavo lebhire siddhim
Mahaprabhu Siddhim
Yamuhe kantayoginah
Yamurikantayogina
Yasmin verunabandena
Yasmin Veranubandena
Yudhena vibudetaram
Yudena Vibudetaram
Bhavo lebhire siddhim
Mahaprabhu Siddhim
Yamuhe kantayoginah
Yamurikantayogina
Yasmin Veranubandena
Yasmin veranubandena
Yudena Vibudetaram
Yudena vibudetaram
Ahavone Siddhim
Bhavo lebhire siddhim
Yamuhai Kantayogina
Yamuhe kantayoginah
Yasmin Veranubandena
Yasmin veranubandena
Vyudhena Vibudetaram
Yudhena vibudetaram
Bhavo libire siddhim
Bhavo libire siddhim
Yam uhai kanta yogina
Yamuhe kantayoginah. Deuxième verset. Dhanaham negritosmin bhavata bhurikarmana vadasya varunei paisher nativridde nachavyate. Yasmin,
Yasmin
unto you,
unto you
vera anubandena,
Veranubandena
by continuously treating as an enemy.
by continuously treating as an enemy
Yudena,
Yudhena
firmly fixed by such intelligence.
firmly fixed by such intelligence
Vibudhaitara, the
Vibudhaitara
demons,
the demons
those other than the demigods.
those other than the demigods
Bahava,
Bhava
many of them.
many of them
Lebire,
Lebire,
achieve. Siddhim,
Siddhim,
perfection.
perfection
Yam,
Yam
which.
which
Uha,
Uha
it is well known.
is well known
Ekanta yogina,
Ekanta yogina
equal to the achievements of the greatly successful mystic yogis.
of the greatly successful mystic yogis.
Tena, therefore, aham, I, nigrihitaha, asmin, although I am being punished,
although I am being punished
bhavata,
Bhagavatam,
by your lordship,
by your lordship
bhuri karmana,
Vijnana,
who can do many wonderful things.
who can do many wonderful things.
Badahacha,
Bhagavatam,
I am arrested and bound.
I am arrested and bound
Varunai Pashai,
by
by the ropes of Varuna,
the roof of Varuna.
na ativride, I am not at all ashamed of this.
I am not at all ashamed of this.
Na shavyate,
Nashyate,
nor I am suffering very much.
nor am I suffering very much.
Translation by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Many demons who were continuously inimical toward you finally achieved the perfection of great great mystic yogis. Your lordship can perform one work to serve many purposes, and consequently, although you have punished me in many ways, I do not feel ashamed of having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, nor do I feel aggrieved. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Bali Maharaj appreciated the Lord's mercy, not only upon him, but upon many other demons. Because this mercy is liberally distributed, the Supreme Lord is called All-Merciful. Bali Maharaj was indeed a fully surrendered devotee, but even some demons who were not at all devotees, but merely enemies of the Lord, attained the same exalted position achieved by many mystic yogis. Thus, Bali Maharaj could understand that the Lord had some hidden purpose in punishing him. Consequently, he was neither unhappy nor ashamed because of the awkward position in which he has been put by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Translation again. Many demons who were continuously inimical toward you finally achieved the perfection of great mystic yogis. Your Lordship can perform one work to serve many purposes, and consequently, although you have punished me in many ways, I do not feel ashamed of having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, nor do I feel aggrieved. By the mercy of the spiritual master, even one person can compose elaborate poetry, and a lame man can cross the mountains. So I have from my obeisances to my spiritual master. Everyone knows the story of Bali Maharaj? And, yes? Or shall I? Okay. So what is happening in this story, in the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, is that Bali Maharaj, who is the grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, so exalted devotee, they were in a family of demons, and he was a king. He was the king of the demons. He was a great devotee of Krishna also. And so much so that when Krishna appears on the scene as a little Brahmana boy, dwarf, he appeared on the scene, and the king was immediately seeing such great personality, so he wanted to offer some service to him. And he was refrained from that by his spiritual master, Shukracharya, who said, "Oh no, be careful, this personality is a very special personality. Be careful what you do with him, don't give him too much. He can trick you." And that's what Ramana was ready to do. So Bali Maharaj is very the qualities of the Kshatriya king is that they are really charitable, and they offer charity to a Brahmana, and they offer respect to the Brahmana. So he asked Bali Maharaj, "So please tell me what you want. I'm ready to offer whatever you would like." Shukracharya was very disturbed by this proposal. But Vamanadev said, "Oh, I only want 3 steps of land." And Bali Maharaj immediately said, "Yes, I'm ready to offer whatever you want." But Vamanadev is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what he did is that with 1 step, he covered the whole earth. Then with the 2nd step, he crossed the whole material universe. And there was nothing else Bali Maharaj could offer. And he promised 3 steps. So it was in the previous verse we saw that Bali Maharaj said that you cheated me. You are a brahmana, but you cheated me by taking two things, and now I cannot even fulfill my vow to serve you, and I will lose. To give everything is nothing for me. I'm ready for that, but not be able to fulfill my vow, I will be seen as some very degraded from that. You know, it shows how it is very important for the kshatriya or for the person this ego to be able to do what is required or to do his duty. But what he did, he gave everything, but he whatever he possessed, but he was also the possessor, and he didn't give the possessor. So what he did is he presented his head so that Vamanadev can put his foot on his head, and that's he offered himself to the Lord. And Vishwamitra was completely affected, completely disturbed by that. And here in the verse we see that in this position, in this situation, still we can see how Bali Maharaj was an exalted devotee, and it shows the qualities of the devotees, which is something very, very special. He was ready to offer everything, even his own self, to Vamanadev, and that's the ultimate things which we can offer to the Lord, offer our own self, our own life to Him. It means we give everything without retaining anything for ourselves. And in the material world, the tendency we have is to whatever we can achieve, whatever we can present to the others, and that considered as the greatest achievement. What we perform in life, whatever we gather as possession or position, and everything. And that's why the main focus of the people is to make to-do list. Today I have to achieve this, I will do that, I will do that, I will distribute that, I will make such score, and what I can achieve, you know. And it's a tendency to realize something by ourselves. Devotees, they are like knowing that whatever they can achieve is by the grace of Krishna, so they are depending on Krishna from whatever they can achieve. But most important is that they understand that instead of making a to-do list, they have to make a to-be list. Means what is important, the real achievement in life is not what we are gathering, what we are gaining, it's the person we are becoming. And that's what is explained in the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is presenting at the end of the section about Bhakti Yoga, what is specific of Bhakti Yoga, is describing all the qualities of the devotee. And the first verse gave very specific qualities. It says Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, it's 13. Adveshta Sarvabhutanam, Metra Karuna Evacha, Nirmamo Nirahonikara, Samaduka Sukha Kshami. So the first quality is Adveshta. It means not to be envious. To be envious means we desire things for ourselves, and Adveshta, Sarvabhutanam, we are not envious from anybody, anyone. And without envy, it is a very rare quality in this world. We see in the material world, people are looking for their neighbors, and immediately when the neighbor has something, they want something a little better than the neighbor. Oh, he has this car, I wish this car. Keshav Maharaj is telling a story about that. He said about one person was envious, but he had a sage who was very powerful and was able to give blessings, and so he wanted one, and he was very envious, so envious. He was telling the story that the sage said, I can give you whatever you want, but the neighbor, you always will have twice what you have. And so he wanted one car and one big car, and the sage gave him the car, and immediately he saw on the other neighbor he got two cars, and so he said, I want a big house, and he had a big 3-story house, and then immediately he saw the neighbor got a 6-story house. So I was so envious that he says that I want to lose one eye. So envious that he finds some way to just reduce the other, and he was ready to lose something so that the other one get worse. So this is the nature in this world. The people, they are really looking for others, not to appreciate whatever quality they have, but just to compete with them, be better than them, for their ego. And sometimes in spiritual life also we have to be careful, because the ego can follow us also, and we can have this desire, like Bali Maharaj was mentioning. He says that I'm ready to offer everything, but what I cannot lose is my fame, and you put me in such a position that I cannot fulfill my promise to you. I will be looked by others like an unworthy person, and I'm a king. I'm supposed to be truthful. I'm supposed to be exemplary to my citizen and everything. But still, although he said that, Bali Maharaj is recognized and renowned as a Mahajan, because what he offered is he offered himself totally to the Lord. What is the name of the quality of the action, of the 9th process? Atma Nivedana. Okay. So he's the exemplary of offering his own self to the Lord. So in this 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna explains how we are progressing in the spiritual life, that's if we are not able to totally engage ourselves in the service of Krishna, meditating on Krishna, we can just offer the fruit of our activities, or we can absorb ourselves in study and reading the scriptures, try to understand about it. And if we are not able to do that, we can help the mission of distributing Krishna consciousness around ourselves. And this is interesting. A touchpad on the thing, so it moves what we have on the screen. Somewhere. Okay. So Advesta means non-envious. Then we have Metta Karuna. Metta Karuna, it's we have friendly towards every living entity. Oh, very far. Mitra Karuna, friendly to every living entity. Nirmama, no sense of proprietorship. So it means like Bali Maharaj, he was manifesting that quality also. Donc although he was a king with a big kingdom, he was ready to offer to this Brahmana whatever he will ask. So it is very special quality from a Kshatriya. Generally, the Kshatriya, when they want something, they want to hear a cry, and they want more and more. And we can see now expanding your kingdom is like a very but Kshatriya, Vaishnav Kshatriya is different, is ready to even give his kingdom. So this is Nirmarmo, and Nirahankara is purified of pride, arrogance and vanity. So he was exemplifying that, and we really have to study those qualities of the devotees to see whatever we can work on, and whatever we can. One way to work on those qualities is to look to our friends and our close devotees, how they are expressing those qualities. And the more we are appreciating, the more we are blessed to get this quality ourselves. And the more we meditating on that, the more we are. Specifically in this verse, we can see that there are different steps in the Bhakti Yoga. Krishna is telling in the 9th chapter, he was ending by saying, Manmana Bhavad Mad Bhakto, absorb your mind in me. But we know that people who are absorbing their mind in Krishna also were all those demons that the verse is speaking about. They were meditating on Krishna, and they were very absorbed in Krishna, just like the famous example of Shishupal. He was so absorbed in Krishna that he was meditating always on him. So much so that he get the result of liberation and to be freed by Krishna, and he get like those demons which in this verse today they are described of getting big nice fruits, and that makes sometimes the difference between the demon and the devotees. And sometimes we can see how we are tested in our advesta quality, are we envious or not? Because sometimes we are becoming envious of demons who are able to get so much fruits, so much wealth, so much opulence, so much fame, and they are becoming big, and they are stars, or they are powerful. And we have to be careful not to be envious of them, because even if they get great result of happiness and everything, this happiness is a curse in disguise. It's a curse in disguise because they are ending in a position where they are feeling like no worry, no inquiry, and they are forgetting Krishna like that. Because they are thinking, now I'm getting whatever I need. I'm very happy about my condition, so I will enjoy. And that was their purpose in the 16th chapter, when we see the description of Bhagavad Gita, when we see the description of divine and demoniac qualities. It was explained that their tendency, I want this, and I will get by any means, even if I shall step on someone else, I do it, and then I will enjoy, and I will And that's what they are getting. That's their desire. And sometimes they are doing it by meditating on Krishna, like Shishupal. Himself, he got the blessing to merge into the body of the Lord. But we must be careful and to be advesta, to non-envious, free from envy. Otherwise, we can fall into old patterns, and that's why also the devotee of the Lord, he has some other type of prayer. He is accepting whatever is coming into his life as a blessing, like this famous verse, Natte Nukampam Shushumik Shamano Bujana Vatma Kritam Vipakam Marin Vagrapur Bir Vidavan Namaste Jiveta Yamukti Pade Shadayabak. Devotee is Dayabak is eligible for liberation because he is seeing everything as the mercy of the Lord, whatever is coming, either good things or even troubles and problems and difficulties. And Bali Maharaj was getting attached with the ropes of Varuna, and he was like feeling, yeah, I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm remembering you, and he gave, we'll see in the next verses, he will give nice prayers to the Lord. And for us, we feel that to be put into difficulties, although we are not praying to get them, it's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. We are getting bad fruits, but it's a blessing because in those moments we are becoming more humble, and then we are praying for the mercy of the Lord. And as we were mentioning the other day, the prayers, they are in 3 steps like that. First, we are glorifying the Lord. Then we are realizing how fallen we are, how dependent we are from His mercy. And then we are praying for something special. I want to distribute more books. I want to help those people. I don't know how I will do, like Srila Prabhupada was saying. I don't know why you bring me into these places which are full of, under the influence of passion and ignorance. And I don't know how I will able to help those people. I'm completely without any possibility to do anything. But if you want me to dance, make me dance so that I can help them, and they will be touched by the words of the Srimad Bhagavatam, which says that how they will get purified. It's quoting the Bhagavatam, the 2nd chapter, 1st canto. It's so special, where he's explaining what is the true purpose of life and true Dharma. Not to make to-do list, I remember the points of the lecture, but to make to-be list. How shall I behave? Who shall I become, so that I can exemplify what is the quality of a devotee. I have to develop them. It's our duty. It's our duty. And in this verse, the 12th chapter, 13th verse, he ends up by saying Sukha Dukkha Sukha Kshami. We remain unaffected in the inevitable roller coaster journey of life. So whatever is happening, we are taking in the same way. That's the attitude of a devotee. Is that good things are happening? Oh, it's the mercy of Krishna, and it's much more than what I deserve. Bad things are happening. Oh, it's the mercy of Krishna. It's much less than what I deserve. So I'm blessed by Krishna. Krishna is always taking care of me nicely. We always quote this famous story when we are speaking about about that. It's all the mercy of Krishna, of this minister of a king who were going to hunt with the king, and one day he get hurt and he cut his finger, something like that, and next time going to hunt, the king says that you cannot hold even an arch. What is the need to come? Stay in the palace. And the king went hunting, and he was caught by some dacoits who wanted to offer him to no, it was not the minister, it's the king what the time cut. Yeah. And the ministers told him, "Oh, this is the blessing of Krishna. This is," and the king was so hurt that he said that about his finger. He threw him into the prison. That was the point. And the next time he went to hunt, he was get by the dacoits, and the dacoits wanted to offer him to Kali, make a sacrifice of this king. And but then they realized that but he's imperfect. It's not proper to offer somebody with a tongue missing. So the king was really because of that. So he went back into his palace, and he went to his minister and he said, "Oh, you know what happened to me? I was not offered to Kali because of this thing." "Yeah, I told you, Maharaj, it's the mercy of Krishna. We don't know where lies the blessing." Yeah, I can understand that, but what about you? What is you? I throw you in the prison, and you were saying, "Oh, it's the mercy of Krishna." Yeah, it's the mercy of Krishna, because if I will be going to hunt with you, I will be offered to Kali, and because I have all my fingers, I will be killed at that time. So it was the protection of the Lord. And Bali Maharaj had the same understanding that whatever is happening, it's the mercy of Krishna. And Vamanev Dev threw him to the hellish planet for years. He became a king in some hellish planet, but he was just accepting this mission for the pleasure of the Lord. And this is a sign of an advanced devotee that is manifesting all this. Being non-envious, being compassionate for everyone by going out and distributing books, and having no sense of greed and proprietorship. Whatever is coming is offering to Krishna, and purified of all this pride and arrogance and vanity, nirahankara, and samadukha shuka kshami. It is nicely written there by Keshava Maharaj. He remains unaffected by the inevitable roller coaster journey of life. This is a sign of advancement. And then the second part of this verse, verse 14, says, "Santushta satatam yogi yatatma drida nishchaya mayar pita manobudhi yomat bhakta same priya." That's one who is not envious but is a kind friend, also since the beginning, of all living entity, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress. So Santushta, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination. His mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. And the shortest chapter of Bhagavad Gita, but from 13 to 20, Krishna is saying, this one who is behaving like this is very dear to me. Who is behaving like this, dear to me. Behaving like this, dear to me. So it is very interesting for us to meditate on those qualities and to try to find, like, we can in our daily life, or say that, I take just like 5 of those qualities, I write them, and I meditate on them, and I see how I can improve this one, what I'm making better today on this point, and who is exemplifying this quality amongst my close friends. And it's a very nice practice to not just stay as we are, but to just come closer to Krishna by being more and more dear to Krishna by developing those qualities. I hope this is some inspiring for you, and please give me some rectification or some correction, or if you have some question or commentary. That's all that it does. Yes, please.
Yeah, I have an idea for these qualities. What we learned in Mayapur when we did the course to develop Brahminical qualities. It was Bimla Prasad, one of the teachers, who mentioned that we should be praying for the qualities in front of the deities. That every day when we go to take darshan to the deities, if we really sincerely pray for that quality to develop, non-envy, you mentioned in the lecture, that praying for to be non-envious or a friend to all living entities. If we sincerely pray to the deities, that is then a very powerful activation of developing this quality. And we were doing that over a stretch of time, and every day he reminded us, every day you pray in front of the deity for that quality, for that one quality.
Yeah.
And over due course of time it was working, let's say. Well, then of course the question would be like, how can we, when developing this quality, or when aspiring to develop a quality, how can we maintain it? How can we maintain it over a long stretch of time?
Yeah, it's a nice point that you gave. It's a nice question also, and the answer of the question is the point. Is that we cannot develop by ourselves. It's not our own endeavor which is giving the better fruits. The better fruit is given by the mercy of Krishna when Krishna wants us to develop them. He is giving. So that's the right way, as you mentioned, to pray for Krishna, for the mercy of Krishna, that he bless us with those qualities. And we can do one step towards, by doing little things, following some advice and by attending and behaving more and more. And the more and more we are behaving in this way, more and more it will become realized, and more it will be less and less theatrical behavior. Yeah, I wanted to mention something.
By associating with others, we can see if this quality are deep or not, if we just do it on mental platform of this realization. So it's important to always keep the association with the routine. Try to make this quality very deep and relax, not just in a mental. I'm Sukeshu, I'm very happy when someone comes to me. It's not the case anymore, so you can see, you can work on it by associating. That's why one of the main things is to keep association.
Those qualities, they are like manifesting by themselves quite automatically. The more we are absorbed in a practicing nicely all the items of the devotional service, the sadhana. Because the more we are practicing nicely, the more we are inspired and becoming strong in our Krishna consciousness. And then they are just like subsidiary fruits which are coming with bhakti. It is said that it is bhakti who is coming first, and then all the angas of bhakti are following. So it's mercy of Srimati Radharani manifesting in our heart.
The bhakti is coming by associating.
Yeah. Some other Okay, I read the verse again. Many demons who were continuously inimical toward you finally achieved the perfection of great mystic yogis. Your lordship can perform one work to serve many purposes, and consequently, although you have punished me in many ways, I do not feel ashamed of having been arrested by the ropes of Varuna, nor do I feel aggrieved. This is very interesting point also to remember that Krishna is fulfilling many purposes in the same time in one situation. Different purpose for each person participating in the situation, and that's why we have to remain calm and peaceful about what is happening, because everyone is being used or trained for something by this situation. Not become affected by this one did that or reacted like that, or there is some purpose. This is for his training. He has to go through that because of where he is situated now, and you have to be attentive of whatever Krishna wants you to teach you in this situation. How to become more tolerant, more humble, full of respect for others, not expecting any respect for ourselves, and many other things. Okay? So have a great day. Vantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavan ki, Thakur Apranamande.
His grace Dhananjaya Prabhu ki.